and welcome my Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your 7-card draw. What do I need read for this full moon to new moon, December into January 2022. Happy New Year. I am your reader, Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of DrawingTheCircle production since 1998, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle, a Patreon creator, loving every second of it. Link in the description box, the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hello, my sea goats. Happy to be reading for my Capricorns, for the earth signs in general. I am a Virgo and always get along really, really well with earth signs in general. That being said, let's talk about this reading, shall we? If you're new to the channel, a 7-card draw is just one card from 7 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline, in this case, a waning moon from full to new. Let's look at it. The full moon in Gemini, Saturday, December 18th, 11:36 p.m. Eastern. I am in New York. Waning to the new moon in Capricorn, Sunday, January 2nd, 1:33 p.m. also Eastern, because I wouldn't do that math-wise. So we are looking at the letting go, the releasing, the shadow work, the alchemy, the forgiveness, the releasing. You get the theme there from full to new, working with these 7 decks of cards. The first 3 are going to be about chakras. The 8th chakra will be the first card down. Heart, third eye, crown will be the second deck down, second card down. The lower 3 chakras, root, sacrum, solar plexus, will give you your energy dynamic. Generally, it's a general reading, and then we'll fill in those blanks with some oracles and a mantra. That being said, it is a general read. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs to get more clarity on this situation we're about to look at, or we all have more than one situation. Could be something completely different. Your sun sign could certainly get a different situation than your moon or your rising or your Venus. So that being said, both feet on the floor. If you can, focus on your breath if you will. I will do the same to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can as a Virgo for a Capricorn, for the well-being of all. Please take a nice deep breath. Because here we go. We're going to start with the Caroline Myss archetype deck as I call upon the collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, general assembly, the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension above, 8th chakra and above, as well as the spirit animals and totems. For the Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. I'm only interested in people who are drawn to my readings. Please, what's the 8th chakra archetype hovering over their head? Really changing everything else underneath it. All the chakras, what they attract, what they repel, and the indication of the shadow work. This full to new, you got the Scribe archetype. Now, I rarely take kickers, but it hit face up. It clicked. This is a creative family archetype. Capricorn is cardinal earth. Cardinal means creative. Everybody has a creative family archetype. There are 9 different families. Everybody has one. This you are presenting as the Scribe. Understand you can have this for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. For me, it sort of comes and goes. I'm a writer. I'm an artist, but I'm not really a scribe. You'll see the difference here. The shadow attribute, what needs to be healed. Altering facts or plagiarizing others' work. Now, it depends on what those facts are. That's not journalism, though, right? That's not like a diary. I mean, although I'm sure a lot of people's journals and diaries might as well probably have altered facts in it. But perception, location. That's a little different than this. The light attribute, preserving knowledge and information. Preserving. Now, we've got that with the cloud and, storage devices and stuff like that. But that can be, because it's a creative family archetype, it's a soul power to preserve it. I mean, I have to preserve stuff like online and whatever, because it's part of my business. I create content, videos, audios, ebooks, all that stuff. But this is a different vibe. I've had moments, maybe I've had the Scribe archetype for a reason, but not really for a season or a lifetime, as I feel the vibe on this. So why wouldn't Capricorns want to preserve, right, the long term, ruled by Saturn, boundaries and limits, right, to conserve, preserve, keep long lists and records of, and like family genealogies and stuff like that, right? That's stuff that is built over a long period of time. All right, so let's look at the next 4 chakras down. I'm taking this for you. Let's see what this is. Also like keep the receipts. Next 4 chakras, the internal, the feminine energy, your psychology, right? The world behind your eyes. Using the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Please take a nice deep breath. One more. As I call upon my goddesses of earth, the sign of Capricorn, powers of the north, please, 1 card in clarity for the Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Watching this video, receiving this reading, the Scribe archetype above their head. What's going on? Heart, throat, third eye, crown for them this full to new. Usually where the shadow work takes focus. Here, you got the 6 of Flames, though. Bastet, the card of play. In traditional tarot, the 6 of Wands, usually one of visibility. Victory, right, is a word usually associated. Different in this deck, and this is heart, throat, third eye, crown anyway. This is definitely a card of creativity, then. Creative archetype for a cardinal earth, creative earth here. That this could be all sorts of, and it is the holidays too, so this could be about preserving, memories and, but also, I have a bunch of these in my family. It's like around the dining room table when histories are brought up, right? It's like, remember when you were 4 years old and you blah, 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 blah. It's like, rah, right? So the playful, try and keep it on the playful. Balanced fire, I like it. 6s are numbers of balance, right? Not all the way to the 10. But Bastet, the Egyptian cat goddess of the sun. Love her. I mean, I have 3 black cats. All boys, though. All boys at the moment. I've had girls before. So that playful energy, that fun energy. But it feels very third chakra. It's like, what are you going to say, though? Right? Like, what's going to come out of your mouth with this? But third chakra is also the ears, what you hear. Lower 3 chakras, relationships, right? Root chakra, tribal relationships, your family, your society, your political affiliation, right? I was part of the Bad Reputation Nation for a while. I guess I still, in heart and soul, still am, right? All your circles of friends. Second chakra, one-on-one relationships with other people individually. Solar plexus, your relationship to yourself. You from the outside looking in. Maybe you from the inside looking out. Maybe some of that, all of that. The yang, the divine masculine, the external. Please take a nice deep breath. Because I'm a fucking spiritual teacher, guys. As I call upon my gods of earth, the sign of Capricorn, powers of the north. What's going on here in the physical world? Outside looking in, inside looking out. Lower 3 chakra dynamic. Scribe in the 8th, Bastet, play 6 of Flames on the inner and the yin. What's going on in the yang here for the Caps this full to new? Page of Cups. That's nice. Page of Cups. I mean, pages for me aren't associated with direct zodiacal signs. They're messages. Messengers, right? There's a big difference. Like, don't kill the messenger, right? Don't confuse the message with the messenger. But in this deck, the Mythic Tarot, this could very much be a time of inward reflection for you, though. It is Narcissus. It's where we get the root of the word narcissist, obviously. But it's a Greek myth, and, no tarot card is completely positive or negative. Particularly, this is maybe saying that there is a time of reflection for you. Even with the holidays and everything else going on, to reflect, to go within. To offer yourself the cup of love that only you can give you. It's an interesting interpretation for the Page of Cups, but certainly it can also be a message of love coming in. Now, with that Scribe thing, that could be you offering that, right? If they are emotional memories that you are communicating, sending messages. I mean, it is that time of year where we reconnect with people. And maybe it is in the spoken word face-to-face, but maybe it's through a video message or, you know, a Zoom thing. So, I don't know, for a shadow read, not so sure how that fits in, but we will in a few minutes, I have a feeling. Matt Kahn Healing Mantra Deck. We got an interesting, I would definitely say document this in some way, shape, or form with that scribe archetype. But with the altering of facts, though, I don't know about plagiarizing others' work. I'm not so much feeling that, but altering facts. There's a difference between perception. Perception isn't always truth. The sun does not really rise in the east and set in the west. The planet turns, right? So let's see what the healing mantra is here for you. Nice deep breath. As I call upon the Ascended Masters, General Assembly, because this is too general at this point, could be about anything, but I love that Bastet play card there. So what is the perfect healing mantra for the Capricorn Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sun watching this video? Receiving this reading, really leave the perfect mantra in my hands. I got the Scribe in the 8th, which feels fine, feels neutral. That 6 of Flames on the inner feels really good. And with that Page of Cups on the outer, that could be them in a sense, really just staying to their own selves emotionally, being very self-reflective, very inward with their own emotions there. There could also be an offer of love there, but that could be familial, that could be friends. What's the perfect healing mantra to clarify this, please, for them this full to new? Anchoring the light. The light is always within me. And isn't that kind of what this is saying? Right? Right? The light is always within you. In this case, the 6 of Flames, very playful light. I'm going to read it from the bookie book for sure. Light is always within me. Anchoring the light, then of course in a time of inner reflection. I mean, it's the season of lights, the festival of lights, right? Lights, lights, lights. Yule and Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa, just like people are lighting candles all over, bonfires, Yule logs, darling. Darling, is that your Yule log? You're just happy to see me. Happy holidays. Let's get the bookie book here. Anchoring the light relatively early on in the book. Opened right to it. Please take a nice deep breath. Anchoring the light. The light is always within me. When you anchor the light, you are accepting the infinite life force of the universe as your guardian, navigator, and companion. I can think of worse ways to go through the holidays, honestly. As you anchor the light, you are no longer a person trying to find the deeper meaning of connection, which could be with other people, as well as with the divine. Instead, you know yourself to be a living expression of connection, simply appearing in human form. Now, this is very fifth dimensional, very 8th chakra here. So maybe there's an experience that's coming on here. I mean, it's a shadow read. We'll get there, I'm sure. But it's saying that, you know, to document what you're going through in some way, shape, or form. That this, I don't know if it's pivotal, but it's certainly a creative thing. And with that Ace of Cups feeling actually better and better and better with this card on the table, keep this in mind. This mantra is ideal for overcoming fear, reducing cravings, and making important life decisions. And maybe that's the point. It's like not to so much take the action on this right now, but reflect. Right? Get inside, get creative, right? Use that creativity, that Bastet energy inside of you. Play with it. Play with your choices, what they feel like, but definitely document it, or at least check the paperwork. Well, now here we go. The party turner. The Whispers of Love Oracle, the voices of the higher selves of all involved. Please take a nice deep breath. A mystery occurs. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, what is the whisper of love for the Capricorn Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sun watching this video, receiving this reading, alchemizing the Scribe archetype with 6 of Flames on the inner, Page of Cups on the outer, which does feel like they're keeping to themselves to an extent there, if not offering a cup or receiving one, because anchoring the light is always within them. So whatever kind of darkness they're dealing with at the darkest part of the, well, right before Yule, right? But a waning moon through the holidays, essentially. Oh, what's the help here? The piece of information, inspiration, insight from the higher selves for the Capricorn, this full to new. Yeah, if you've been following me for a while, you know what card it is, just by that reaction, and that is a reaction, not a response. True love. This is once in a lifetime love, and you know that because I'm sure I'm putting this in the title. I mean, I just put out a podcast for the Malpod on YouTube, on SoundCloud, and my patrons on Patreon get it a week before everybody else, pretty much. The path of true love, the course of true love never did run smooth, but you add to that this, anchoring the light with the Ace of Cups and play and scribe. Some of you are just not going to be able to not interpret this as a romantic true love coming into your life, and I'm not saying that that might not happen. But it's of a higher vibration anchoring the light. You're meeting yourself in another body, even if that is the case. But this is a once-in-a-lifetime love. Now, for those of you who are single and want to stay single, because I'm down with that. I like my freedom. Thank you very much. At least for now, right? I'm 53 years old. I'm looking pretty good. I know my worth. This could be a transcendental experience. This could be a spiritual, existential realization, meaning to make real the unity of all. True love in its biggest sense, not just in a romantic form. Because remember, this is what I teach, Path of True Love stuff, and Thursday nights in January on Facebook. Links in the description box. Like the relationship between a mother and child, that kind of true love thing. This could manifest itself in any sorts of way, but this scribe, and I'm going to say concerns me, but I'm going to say might want to document it. You might want to preserve what's going on here in some way, shape, or form. So, let's get a Divine Animals Oracle here from Stacy DeMarco. Coolest name ever. I'm from New York, I can't help it. Let's see what the spirit animals and or totems that are helping you with this, right? Shadow work in some way, shape, or form. I don't see that necessarily. The only card that kind of indicates that there's what the shadow work is literally in this scribe, altering facts or plagiarizing others' work. Let's see. Breathe. The little gray cells. As I call upon the spirit animals and totems for the Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, watching this video, receiving this reading, who walks with them? Who flies with them? Who swims with them? Who crawls with them? Who guides them through the shadow work with this scribe archetype in the 8th? Six of Flames, Bastet, play on the inner, Page of Cups, Narcissus, but a card of self-love, perhaps, self-reflection, and offering a message, a messenger of love from the outside in or the inside out, anchoring the light. The light is always within them, and that this is a true love situation we're dealing with here. It's a once-in-a-lifetime love. Who's the totem and spirit animal walking with them through this, please? The animal oracle message for this full to new. Hi, Tiger. Teach me, Tiger. Look that up on YouTube. It's a great song. Whoa, 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 whoa. Tiger, Will, W-I-L-L, which throat chakra, Will, I mean, Will Smith, Will Ferrell, I'll take either. 34, Will, okay. Better hear you roar. King Perry White courtesy telephone. Card number 34. I don't think this one's ever come up before. I don't think we've read this one yet. I think I would have remembered that, but let's see. And certainly one of my lovely feline friends being the Archangel of Lyons. Card number 34, Tiger, Will. In case I didn't mention it, maybe you bring some grace along with that, Will. Exercise your will and determination in ethical ways. Do not place your will over another's. You do not have control over anyone but yourself. Do not be afraid to be fierce, especially as a woman. Oh, work. I love this card. We can ride our healthy anger, but we must eventually transform it into something more useful. Now, hold on. Before I read the magic here, I'm just going to point out, we've got a feline reference on the table already, heart, throat, third eye, crown. There's something brewing inside of you. And now that changes the dynamic, but it still feels good. It feels creative. It feels balanced. It feels victorious, even though the next card in this deck, the Seven of Flames, is actually called Victory. With this tiger. Let's read the magic. They talk a lot about the animal and the mythology behind the animal. Let's look at the magic. Tiger magic is wild and mysterious. It is the energy we can use to counter jealousy, threat, and rage. It is highly protective and helps us find more resourceful ways to deal with the difficult situations and people. Tiger magic is feminine in aspect. You got past that on the inner. Is feminine in its aspect, and women can use it to help them gain confidence and to find their healthy fierceness. Why don't I have a drag fan in my hand to thwarp that feminine energy? Like, take that out of gender. That's for anybody, right? Who on the inner, I mean, that can be certainly what this is, this fierceness inside of you. But again, well, we've got the hidden blessing. One more card down before I go too much down this particular, well, tiger hole, which is a little too close to Tiger King right now for my liking. The Blessed Bee, the mystical Celtic blessing cards to enrich and empower by Lucy Cavendish. The hidden blessing to all of this, which you usually, sometimes if you're lucky, see after the shadow work is done, right? Hopefully by new moon or the full following. But to get a little glimpse ahead of time, a little clue, a little tip, a little hint from the pantheons of the divine. They're the ones that gave you the Scribe. Let's see. Particularly the result of that alchemy, what's possible here. Please take a nice deep breath. And we're going to do this blessing for real, folks. As I call upon one more time the collective pantheons, last card down. For the Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, I'm watching this video, receiving this reading. There's been a little coughing in and out throughout this reading. So it does feel like their willpower, right? To will, that throat chakra, of how they say this. And to get that, it's going to be preserved in some way, shape, or form by them or by somebody else, I would think. So please, what is the hidden blessing in this for the Capricorn collective? With the potential here, preserving knowledge and information in the 8th chakra, 6 of Flames, best at play, victory, fierceness, but balanced, perhaps, anger with creativity there. Page of Cups on the outer, self-reflection, or an offer of love to, from, or both. Anchoring the light, that the light is always within them. True love, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and the course of true love never did run smooth. But they have the power of the tiger. I don't know if they have the eye of the tiger, the will for the fight, standing up to the challenge of their rivals. But they certainly have the ability to channel that protective, fierce, feminine force within them. What's the hidden blessing they will find should they do the shadow work this full to new December to January 2022? A blessing on the children. Aww, really? A blessing on the children's. Card number 11. Oh, she got a baby unicorn in my hand. Oh, look at that. It's a baby unicorn. It's a pony corn. I don't know. Corn. I can't remember the last time I had corn. Let's look at number 11. A blessing on the children. Now that may be very specific to some of you if there are children involved in this, but you know, this could be inner child too. Let's see. I don't think this one's come up yet either. A lot of new cards for y'all. Please take a nice deep breath. Breathe. Pantheons of the divine. Make it real. Make it so. Here we go. Card number 11, a blessing on the children. A blessing for your own children and for the children within our lives, for they are all our children. Only you, as the mother or father, know the tender moments you have seen. The first cry, the gaze of wonder, the curiosity of the newborn in love with the world, or howling at the teeth of hunger within the belly. May the children of the world be most blessed as they move from babe to child, learning the gifts of speech and movement, of thought and awareness, as they move from being entwined with mother to becoming their own selves. May they be guided with understanding and be taught resilience and strength of character. May their falls be lessons from which they learn to rise up, steady themselves, and continue. May they learn that kindness to themselves need not forego kindness to others. This could very easily be inner child applied. May they be taught the gift of self-love, self-awareness, and may every step they take be watched over, yet be without impediment. May they have teachers within schools that foster respect and understanding, and may their teachers show them the way through examples, enlightened and wise. Let the innate goodness within come to the fore, and may they learn to be their best selves even amidst the harshness of the world. Let every false step be followed with a refining of their way, and may the blessings of the love you have borne them be reborn through their love and contributions to the world. May their nature be allowed to come forth, and when they change the world in ways their elders fail to understand, may they have the strength to embrace them, bring the old ones into the next world they are creating, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is. Look, if there are literal kids involved here, I get it. But I think for a lot of you, this is going to be about you doing some inner child work, because inner child work and shadow work are practically the same thing. So write it down. Keep track of it. With this victory, with this fun, with this playful child energy within you, because it is the fucking holidays, right? And with an offer of love or self-reflection or giving it or receiving it as it comes to get that. Light is always within you. You're anchoring light. You're anchoring truth. Your heart is open and you're playing the game. And it is a true love situation, a once-in-a-lifetime thing. True love is beyond time and space. It's the truth of who we are, anchoring the light. And there is a fierceness. There are choices. There are will. There are toughness. But there's also protection here for you in that fierceness. And because there's a blessing on the child here, this might very well be a blessing on your own inner child, your own innocence, your own core, your own divine unity self inside of you that is the divine, as well as all of the other stuff that can come up around the holidays with that inner child. So may you be blessed with all that you need in all of this. Please comment below if you can on what this is. You could tell my energy when the word children entered the it's like, oh no, no kids for me. I have cats and companies. Thank you very much. So seriously, wishing all the very best and the very, very blessed. By the way, I came in to help mothers heal, so I'm good. I help the mothers. Wishing all the very, very best and the very, very blessed of this full moon to new moon. Happy New Year, happy holidays for whatever you're doing. And if you want to come play on Patreon, come Patreon on Patreon with Mark Angelo, Lyons Mal for short. Thank you. Like it if you liked it. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.